Hey guys, it's TheFrXion here, Tank12, how you call me, I don't really care, and welcome back to World of Tanks. It is April the 1st, 2021, and Wargaming have just released their April Fools joke for the year 2021. And it is Tier 8 Radpanzerhaubitze auf Sonderkraftfahrzeug 1337G, which is basically wheeled howitzer on a specially constructed vehicle 1337, if you do translate that, and it looks really cool, to be fair. This vehicle, as we can read right here, is going to be a Tier 8 premium SPG, and it's going to be a wheeled one at that, with a howitzer gun of I think the caliber 152 millimeter. We're not going to be reading through everything right here, but we're going to just take a look at the pictures of this vehicle, and I have to say they really did a magnificent job at reworking and just creating this skin, because that's basically what it is. How do you get this vehicle into the game, since it's not really a Tier 8 premium SPG, so at least Wargaming haven't gone completely mad. So this is a skin that you can get via the mod center, which I will be showing you guys in just a second. I'll put the link in the description below, and you can play this as a vehicle at Tier 7. It's basically the Hotchkiss, the French EBR Hotchkiss, which is the Tier 7 wheeled vehicle. So it looks rather nice. We're gonna jump on over to the game, and we're gonna see how it kind of looks in the game, and we're gonna be driving around in one game, and you'll see what it's all about. So this is what the Radhaubitze on Sonderkraftfahrzeug 1337 looks like in the game. And it actually is a super nice model. It really looks really well made. I'm not even sure if it was ever produced, but it looks to be more realistic than a lot of Tier 10 vehicles that were produced or that are in the game. I think that if we take a look at the turret on top, it is actually very similar to the current German howitzer, tank howitzer that they have. I think the Panzerkanone 2000 or something like that, and quite an interesting vehicle, certainly. So this is on the Hotchkiss, and you can see that there's a camouflage, and it has several different camouflages that change every single time, I think. And yeah, it is currently on my EBR Hotchkiss, and what you can see is that my crew is completely randomly trained. But we're going to be playing it in just a second. I'll clear everything up and we'll jump into a game in just a moment. Okay, so that's what this thing actually looks like in battle, and it looks quite impressive, if we're being honest. It looks really, really cool. The only thing is just that it looks like that I have a massive ping, so I could be on the South American server, but no, actually it's dropping down, so I'm on the North American server. Look at this thing. I don't even know where my hitbox is and where it isn't, but it looks really cool. And this is supposed to be an artillery piece, and you can tell that yeah, it has a massive turret. The turret and the gun are huge. So let's talk about this this little gimmick. I think it's a nice little feature that they put into the game, and that they added for April Fools. But I think that I'm a bit disappointed with the latest events, the last 1.5 years at least. I think that the events have not like gone down in frequency, but what I've noticed is that the quality of the events has changed quite drastically. Where these events used to be in the game to have some, variety, a bit of change, a bit of fresh air. these events now have turned into grinding events, and this time around I think I have to respect that. Wargaming have... Oh, actually there are even sounds when you're firing the cannon, so they really modeled everything on this vehicle. It's not just like, you know, it's put in the game skin and nothing really seems to be working, but it actually works. It looks really funny as well. So yeah, I mean Wargaming have really invested time with this model. They have invested probably resources, maybe not too many resources, and you can still see I'm just a wheeled vehicle. This AMX is, I'm somehow not able to hit him, which is really weird. He's right behind me. But yeah, it's still a bit of a shame that there are no real events going on, or there was no real event. Because if I look over to, for example, oh, I just got knocked out by SP1C. For example, if I look over to War Thunder, they have an event currently going on where they actually have the crew, like the tailspin thing. I'm not sure if you know, but that used to be a children's cartoon in the early 2000s that I used to watch, with Captain Baloo and his crew. I'm not even sure what the English name was because I only watched the German version, but Captain Baloo and his crew, they were legendary for me, and actually War Thunder have a April Fools joke with that currently running, and I think it's a bit of a shame that we don't really see these events going on anymore. I'm just gonna leave this game real fast because the skin has disappeared. I think it's a bit of a shame that we have lost these special events, and that we have now gone to an area where we are, you know, just looking at a Hotchkiss that has been reskinned. And I know they have a lot of things to do, but I think it was always this, you know, the love, the extra attention to detail, and just the way that they actually cared about these events that has always drawn me in. If you remember back in the days, they had several events with the Moon Track, with the World Cup in 2014 and 2018. No, actually that was in the summer. Then they had the Karl's mortar event. That was an April Fools. And I just think, you know, they never were about grinding or using any kind of money to get to somewhere. It was just about having fun in a complete different kind of sphere, in a different world that still kind of looked like World of Tanks, but was completely different. And it was just about 2 or 3 days. It was nothing huge, but it just stuck in my mind because it was something they really wanted us to have. I enjoyed it a great deal, especially the mortar one, or the other one where you were driving a tank on the battleground, like the, you know, the old school tank game where every tank starts in the opposite end and you have to break the walls and you have to fight each other, and like all of those things. There were nice additions, and it just seems to me that Wargaming have lost a bit of their soul in these events. That's just a bit, I just think it's a bit sad that if they have an event like that, it's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be an event that celebrates the game, that celebrates this special day, or commemorates special things like, you know, Battle of Britain, all that kind of stuff, or D-Day or Stalingrad, like all of these huge events is of massive historical importance, where they could do a lot of things. But recently, I mean, the last few events that they had were just massive grind fests, and in the end, at the beginning they were quite entertaining, quite interesting, but in the end they were just not really that what you were expecting. And yeah, that's my verdict. I think it's nice to have this opportunity to have a little bit of fun. It's nothing too big, and I like the idea and the article, but I would love to see a bit more. I don't know, how should I say it? A bit more heart in their events if they are doing that. But hope you guys enjoyed it. I see you guys in the next video. We're gonna be making a video about the War Thunder April Fool's joke, and that's probably going to be coming up today as well. So we're going to be covering 2 videos or 2 games in one day. So I see you guys in that video. Until then, have a good one.